Good morning students, welcome back to the class 11 subject business studies, and we are going with the chapter number 7, sources of business finance. In previous videos we have completed equity shares and merits, demerits and features of equity shares, and in last video we have gone with the preference share. We have gone with the features, then types and merits and demerits of preference share. In today's topic we are going with the one more topic of owner's fund, that is retained earning. What is retained earning? We will study in detail. Some important points are also being mentioned over here, and merits and demerits is also been there for retained earning. So before starting this, just make sure that you have already understood the concept of equity shares and preference share, as both are having a dividend, but there are a difference between equity and preference. So you should know the concept of equities and preference. I have an assignment for you to do that in your regular book. Write the difference between equity share and preference share. If you have any problem related to differentiate, just comment back. I'll reward it as soon as possible. You should carry forward with the topic difference between equity share and preference share by self-assessment. You have to write in your book. Now, in today's video, we are going with retained earnings. So let's begin with the retained earning. What is retained earning? Just starting with the topic, retained earning refers to that profit which are kept as reserves. Just be careful with this word, reserves, for use in फ्यूचर. कुछ ऐसा प्रॉफिट जिसमें से हम सर्टन पोर्शन को असाइड कर देते हैं, और वो असाइड इसलिए करते हैं कि उसको हम एज रिजर्व कर सकें, और जब फ्यूचर में कुछ अनसर्टेनिटी हो या फ्यूचर में हमें कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले तो उसको यूज प्रॉपर्ली कर लें, उसे कहते हैं रिटेन अर्निंग. रिटेन अर्निंग कम्स फ्रॉम वेयर? रिटेन अर्निंग कम्स फ्रॉम नेट प्रॉफिट. रिटेन अर्निंग is been taken care after making certain percentage of dividend to the shareholders. यहाँ पे होता क्या है, शेयर होल्डर्स को पेमेंट करने से पहले सर्टन पोर्शन आप रिजर्व में रख देते हो और फिर शेयर होल्डर्स को आप पे करते हो डिविडेंड. लेकिन रिटेन अर्निंग के लिए आपके पास सफिशिएंट प्रॉफिट होना जरूरी है. रिटेन अर्निंग कैन नॉट बी डन on every year. It is depending upon the profits, how much the capital has generated as profits. Here profit is important. आप कितना नेट प्रॉफिट अर्न करते हो उसी बेस पे आपको रिजर्व्स रखने हैं. यहाँ पे अगर आप रिजर्व्स एक्स्ट्रा रखते हो तो ओवर कैपिटलाइजेशन का प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, शेयर होल्डर्स डिसअपॉइंट हो सकते हैं. तो ये सब चीज़ को ध्यान में रखना है. इसीलिए रिटेन अर्निंग क्या है? रिटेन अर्निंग कैन नॉट बी टेकन एज एवरी ईयर. हर बार आप रिटेन अर्निंग नहीं कर सकते. रिटेन अर्निंग जब ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं अब करना चाहिए तभी ही करना है, स्पेसिफिकली फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक ईयर. हर साल आप रिटेन अर्निंग नहीं करते. तो रिटेन अर्निंग एक प्रॉफिट का पोर्शन है जिसको हम लोग असाइड करते हैं फ्यूचर के बेनिफिट्स के लिए. तो रिटेन अर्निंग के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है वो भी हम देखते हैं. इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स ऑफ रिटेन अर्निंग. First point, it is also known as internal financing, self-financing, and drawing back of profits. You would be listening this word constantly because this word will come further. Drawing back of profits. Here it is nothing but it means that retain earning. Retain earnings have different names: internal financing, self-financing, drawing back of profit. Drawing back of profits will be listened by you in many forms. So that's why I have a double tick over here that drawing back of profit is nothing but retain earning. Company makes huge profit. Out of that, a certain portion is being taken back by the company as a reserve. It is considered as drawing back of profits. Second point is retained earning is a shareholders fund and not external liability. Why it is being said as shareholders fund? Because the profits which are being taken care by the company or taken back by the company is ultimately the money of shareholders. Here shareholders who have invested a capital in your business, they are making a profits, and then profits are being provided by the company as a dividend. So the dividend part has been reduced and given the rest to the shareholder. That reducing part is ultimately considered as shareholder funds. That's why in accounts it is being transferred to general reserves and surplus. Here it has been clearly said that not an external liability. नॉट एन एक्सटर्नल लायबिलिटी मीन्स कंपनी के अंदर का खर्चा नहीं है, बाहर का भी खर्चा नहीं है, ये कंपनी का प्रॉफिट है। इस प्रॉफिट के ऊपर सबसे ज़्यादा हक जिसका होता है वो अल्टीमेटली शेयर होल्डर का होता है। हर शेयर होल्डर्स आर द वंस who are the ones who can receive this money. Shareholders are the persons who take care of this money, but the shareholders are not getting that benefits, and that shareholders money or dividend has been transferred to reserve. That's why it is mentioned that shareholders fund. Next, retained earning cannot be used by newly established business. नया बिजनेस है तो उसके अंदर रिटेन अर्निंग होना मुश्किल है। रिटेन अर्निंग तभी पॉसिबल है जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वेल स्टैब्लिश्ड और एस्पेक्ट दे हैव स्टडीड, एंड देन अगर उनका मार्केट बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग है तो ही वो रिटेन अर्निंग कर सकते हैं। तो रिटेन अर्निंग हैज़ टू बी डन बाय द ओल्डेस्ट कंपनी, बट इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर न्यूली स्टैब्लिश बिजनेस, क्योंकि न्यूली स्टैब्लिश बिजनेस के ऊपर खर्चे भी बहुत होते हैं और बेनिफिट्स भी बहुत ज़्यादा उनको मिल सकते हैं अगर उन्होंने प्रॉपर्ली यूटिलाइज किया होगा। बिकॉज हियर इट हैज़ बीन सेड दैट न्यूली स्टैब्लिश बिजनेस doesn't have that much external source of finance. They are depending upon external source, but internal is not been that much they are having. That's why return earning is impossible. Next point is it is depending upon many factors like net profit, dividend policy, etc. I have already said that the retained earning is depending upon the profits. So dividend policy is also been a factor where retained earning can be taken care. As I already said that retained earning is being taken care for a specific year. It cannot be taken regularly. कभी कभार भी आप रिटेन अर्निंग करवा सकते हो, हर बार करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। So just have a look in this. Retained earning refers to the profit which are kept as reserves for the use in the future. Here I am having a certain important points. 4 points. One point is internal financing. Self-financing, stocking back of profit is also known as retained earning. Retained earning is a shareholder's fund. It is not an external liability. Retained earning cannot be used by newly established business. कोई भी नया ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिटेन अर्निंग का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकता। It is depending upon the various factors like net profit, dividend policies and etc. So this much is related to retained earning. Now we are forwarding the topic. Now we are into the topic considered as retained earnings benefits or limitations, or we can say advantages or disadvantages, or we can say merits or demerits of retained earning. The characters are having same points but the names are fluctuating. First thing, benefits. Benefits is ultimately considered as advantage. Limitations are ultimately a disadvantage. So what we will do, we will start with the first point, dependable source. As dependable source we are talking about here, maximum time the organizations who are working for a long period of time, they have a certain reserves. That certain reserves are being an internal source which can be benefited to the organization at the time of some crisis. Here it has been mentioned that retained earning is more dependable than external sources as they do not depend on investors' preference and market conditions as permanent fund and are permanent funds. Ultimately, retained earnings are the certain reserves which are being taken care by the organization. Because of that retained earning, the company is not too much dependent on external source by issuing preference share or issuing certain debentures for making money. So if the company has certain reserves, they can utilize at the time of need. That is considered as dependable source. Next point is economical. We are talking about retained earning as an economical because it is not the type where you have to pay dividend or interest or it is fluctuating up and down. No, because retained earning is a certain profits which are being taken care by the company as a reserve, as and when that reserves do not require any interest, not require any dividend, or it does not go fluctuating up and down, because this money is stable. Now next point is more freedom. Because of retained earning, organization has multiple options. There is no dilution related to issuing of dividend or interest or many things which cannot be issued. Now I have written over here, retained earning do not dilute the control as there is no increase in the number of shares, as funds are generally generated internally, as they are great degree of operating freedoms and flexibility. Ultimately, because of more freedom, because of retained earning, the number of shareholders do not get increased. As company requires money, they do not issue shares in the market. Because of that, retained earning has certain freedoms and flexibility. Next point is ability to absorb the shock in business. Sometimes company makes huge losses. That huge losses can be absorbed or it can be reduced by the retained earning process. If you have a certain retained earnings or as a reserve, you can take care of the losses. It can be balanced equally. Next point is enhancing market value of shares. If you are having a retained earning as a reserve, you can make your share value higher. How? If your organization has reserves more than your shareholders fund, then also many investors are ready to invest in your business because it has been a certain impact that this organization works good. This organization makes huge profit. Investors take risk, but they are expecting certain returns. So if the market value of shares gets increased because of retained earning, the price of the shares also gets increased, and that share price increases. That means the company is working good and they are making huge profits. Next point is stability of dividend. Sometimes company doesn't make that much profits. So if shareholders think that the dividend is not appropriate, then the company can use that retained earnings or reserves for issuing that dividend, so that shareholders get satisfied. Now we are going into the next part considered as limitations or disadvantage. First point is dissatisfaction among shareholders. Because of retained earnings, sometimes shareholders do not accept that retained earnings and they are dissatisfied with the company's decision. So certain advantages are there of retained earning, but certain things are there which cannot be ignored. Shareholders should be happy related to the company's policy. So the point is very much clear that retained earnings sometimes they dissatisfy the shareholders' expectations. Next point is uncertainty. As retained earning is uncertain, it is in the market the profits can be fluctuating. Sometimes profit can be more, sometimes less. Because of that, the uncertainty of retained earning is also been there. Because of retained earnings uncertainty, many a times shareholders get these benefits. Next point is ignorance of opportunity. Because of retained earning, shareholders do not get the appropriate dividends what they are expected to get. But sometimes company makes a mistake by investing in unuseful manner, or they get huge losses because of ignoring an opportunity cost. Next point is danger of overcapitalization. Sometimes or many a times the company do not go with the reserves more and more, but if the company continuously makes reserves, then there may be a chance of danger of overcapitalization. As I said, the share capital gets the benefits of bonus share. If company issues bonus share, then the authorized capital can be more than the issued capital. Sorry, the authorized capital is lesser than the issued capital. So it can be an issue for the organization. So that's why the organization should maintain reserves that can be utilized by the organization. It should not be overutilized, because if sometimes the retained earning goes more and more, the overcapitalization can be occurred, as authorized capital amount is fixed and company should issue a shares according to that authorized capital only. If authorized capital has a certain value but issued share gets increased more and more, then it is considered as overcapitalization. It has to be maintained by the accountant and organization. So this is the topic of retained earning. Now we are going into next topic for next lecture, as considered as global depository receipts and Indian depository receipts in next lecture. That's it for today. Retained earning is over. If any doubt occurs, just comment back. That's it for today. Thank you.